Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. Lately, I've been looking at different questions regarding unit accuracy, and so far I've looked at whether distance affects accuracy and how much damage stray arrows do. This is the last topic in this little accuracy mini-series, and I want to know, are bigger units easier to hit? I talked about one possible explanation for results in the distance and accuracy video being the possible angles that stray arrows can take, and that some intersect the unit by chance. We would think then that bigger units are more likely to be hit. So let's look at that relationship. Maybe in the Age of Empires universe, telling somebody they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn isn't really an insult, since everything is equally difficult to hit regardless of its size. Now, bigger units seem to take up more space, and we can even see that when we select the unit, and we can see they have different sized circles below them. I ran a test of elite war elephants being fired at by some elite longbows, and I compared it to a previous test with samurai. You can see the results here. We know the elite longbow has 80% accuracy, and anything above that is probably the result of stray arrows hitting the unit. Just eyeballing it, we can see the percentage of misses that hit the elephant are higher than the corresponding samurai at close range, especially at 3 tiles, where 96% of the strays seem to hit the elephant and only 83% hit the samurai. But around 9 tiles and later, there just seems to be noise in the data, and it goes back and forth. Here's that same information graphed with accuracy on the left and distance on the bottom. And it's pretty clear that the accuracy against the samurai, the blue line, is lower than against the elephant at equal distances, pretty consistently. We can take this to the next level and try to predict a pattern. I took a bunch of units and ordered them from smallest to largest circles, just quickly eyeballing it, but it was close enough that the ones on the far right are clearly bigger than the ones on the far left. I then put them 4 tiles away from some longbowmen and tested it for 1,000 shots, and then again 8 tiles away and saw the longbowman's accuracy against all of them compared to a samurai 1 tile away, which is 100% accurate. Here are the results, but gosh, that's a lot of numbers. One easy thing to spot though is that anything bigger than a paladin is hit 100% of the time at 4 tiles away. The weird exception is the war elephant, which seems to have some baffling ability to dodge arrows that similar sized units don't seem to have. Of 12,000 arrows fired in the test at units larger than a paladin, only 54 missed, and all of them were shot at the elephant. Maybe this guy just needs glasses. Another thing I thought is maybe the orientation of the elephant matters. I had to get to the bottom of this. Is the broadside of the elephant easier to hit than the backside? Well, it turns out the orientation doesn't matter, so I'm out of ideas. We may just have to live with the mystery of the amazing dodging elephant. Repeating the same test at 8 tiles away, we get a pretty clear pattern of increasing unit size and improved accuracy. At 8 tiles away, the longbowman has a roughly 90% accuracy against most large units and a mid-80% accuracy against smaller units. We would expect this difference to diminish as the range increased though. Remember, this is a sample size of only 1,000 shots, which means it isn't big enough to trust the exact numbers themselves, especially since the mangonel is the same size as an onager and yet did 4% better. I would say all of these percentages are plus or minus 3, but the trend is pretty clear that larger units are definitely hit more often. Remember the video on distance and accuracy was using the samurai, and it turns out that's one of the units with the smallest circle, along with the skirmisher, halberdier, champion, villager, and a bunch of others. The previous conclusion that archer accuracy is higher than predicted at short ranges appears to be even more true of larger units. We can think of any reported unit accuracies that we see as a worst case scenario, with a very small target at a very long range. To get a rough estimate, we might be able to take the unit's reported accuracy from the game files and average that with 100% if they're firing at small units from 5 to 7 tiles away, and then average that value again with 100% if the unit is larger. So hopefully that gave you some new little ideas to think about when you're picking units against early archers. In the next video, I'm going to look at how to detect and how to avoid having gaps in your wall. History will even be made as I finally download the Pussywood mod. You won't want to miss that one. So take it easy, and I'll see you next time.